Hi, and thanks for checking out my channel. My name is Hannah, and this is Jar of Fireflies. Here you'll find content all about my life as an Orthodox Jewish homeschooling mother of 3. And today, I'm taking you all along for a day in the life. Okay guys, day in the life is happening around here today. I'm excited to take you guys along on just what is going to be a very, very typical day for us. Our week is kind of winding down, so there's not really a whole lot of plans happening. There's really pretty much no plans. We do have to get through some school today, but other than that, that's about it. I'm definitely hoping for some downtime to work on some of my personal projects, so that will be super fun. And yeah, other than that, not much. So I'm going to take you guys along for kind of the nitty gritty everyday mom life, super fun awesomeness. So far today, all we've done is pretty much wake up. You guys saw I got to get started on my cross stitching this morning. I woke up before everybody else to have some just personal time for me, which was super fantastic. And the kids are all awake now. They've had some breakfast. They've played outside on the trampoline for a little bit, and now they are inside kind of chilling out. So I'm gonna go inside and see if I can get anybody to get started on some schoolwork so we can just kind of get this day started.
Okay, so we've got stickers, a story, and a notebook. What do you want to do? Okay.
I want to do stickers.
She loves her sticker book. I actually find this particular book extremely annoying. It's really hard to get the stickers off the page. However, they just updated this curriculum. I'm super stoked. So when I do this over again with my younger son, they have a new sticker book. So no more dealing with hard to pull off stickers like this one. But my daughter does love it. I mean, hey, stickers in kindergarten, right? Best thing ever. Oh, and just FYI, if you are curious, this is the Build Your Library Level 0 curriculum. It's like a geography around the world for kindergarten. It's awesome. You ready to do some school?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Okay, so we need to finish your Hebrew from yesterday that we didn't get to. Do you want to use markers, pen? What do you want to use? You want to use one of my special pens? Yeah? Okay. Well, let's finish this, and then you can rest the rest of the day. You have very little school to do today. So for today, we're on our very last day of school for our school week. So there wasn't a whole lot to do. It was definitely a lighter day. However, my son did not finish his Hebrew from yesterday, so that's what we're diving into right now. I'm just going over and making sure that he understands all of the instructions for what he needs to do before he dives in and starts doing it himself. In general, he can do this totally on his own. I just like to hang out nearby just to make sure he's got the hang of it for a few minutes. But once I realized he was doing great, I went out to the other room where I grabbed our current literature read for my daughter, and we were able to finish up her school for the day by working on her science and reading this fun story. Okay, so my daughter is all finished with school. She has gone back into one of the bedrooms to watch TV with the toddler. So they are kind of just chilling right now, which is fine. We've had a busy week. And my older son is sitting here with me. He wanted to take a break from school, and he is going to do some cross stitching with me. So I'm pretty stoked about that. That means I get to work on my cross stitching and spend some awesome quality time with my son. So, all right, let's see. What are you cross stitching, buddy?
Harry Potter's face and the lightning skull.
I was so excited when my son took an interest in sewing. He enjoys either on the sewing machine or doing this cross stitching, and he's really enjoying doing it together with me, which of course I am eating up. I love it as a mom to have my kids do a project like this with me. So yes, it's become quite a fun pastime for the two of us, and I'm glad that I've now got a cross stitch project that I can do alongside him instead of just some other sewing or crafty project while he is cross stitching. It's great because we get to sit and have really fun conversations or just have quality time sitting next to each other working on our projects quietly. And it's also good that I'm with him because he usually will need some help. He'll ask me if he's doing his pattern correctly, or he might need help threading a needle. And it's great that I can be right there next to him to help. Soon enough, everybody was hungry, so I started pulling lunch together. Okay, so I've got the kids some lunch. They're just eating some leftover schnitzel, which is like a fried chicken. Yeah, buddy? You want more sauce?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you finish the sauce that you have? Are you having trouble getting your fork on there? There you go. Okay, so the kids are eating lunch. It's maybe 11:30 right now. I am trying to hold off a little bit on lunch. I really want to have a burrito bowl for lunch instead of leftover schnitzel. I've been eating this for like 2 days now. So I am waiting on an Amazon Prime Now order to be arriving, which it should be here anytime now in the next hour or so. So that does mean that I have to put off my lunch a little bit, but that's okay. I will survive. I've got some cashews over here to munch on in the meantime. So that's kind of what's happening here. I imagine the kids will play outside or watch TV after lunch. Your guess is as good as mine. So yeah, that's where we're at right now, lunchtime. So I went ahead and took advantage of this afternoon lull in my day to get some cleaning up done around the house. As much as I would love to never clean this rental, we are here long enough that it does need to be done. So I just grabbed the vacuum and ran it around the living room and the dining room and the kitchen real quick, just to get all the little crumbs and pieces of construction paper off the floor. Now, because I'm sure some of y'all will want to know, this dress is from Pine and Smith. They are a California company that specializes in linen clothing. They are slow fashion, so everything is handmade, sewn right here in America, which I absolutely love. And they're not a modest clothing company, but I have been eyeing their clothing for a while because I love what they stand for and I love their clothing. And they came out with this dress and I was like, perfect, sign me up. I told my husband about it and he bought it as a gift for the holidays for me. They're not a sponsor of this video or anything like that. I have not been in touch with them. I just wanted to share this really cool brand with you guys because it's something that I love and I'm only going to ever share things I love with you. Okay, so the kids are playing out back right now. I'm watching them actually through the back door. They are jumping on the trampoline, having just the time of their lives. Okay, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what I do when school doesn't go my way, which is most of the time. But today in particular, yeah, I don't think my son's gonna do any more school today. He quit early yesterday and I told him, I was like, okay, fine. You know, we have a super light day tomorrow and you can finish it then. And he was like, okay, but now he's totally not doing anything. So what do? Well, we do what we're doing right now, which is he's outside jumping on the trampoline. You know, we did like we did sitting and cross-stitching together. We do other things. He's not gonna get to watch television or do anything super duper fun. You know, it may get to a point later where they're getting kind of loud. I'm gonna move over here. Okay, they were getting loud, I had to move. So it's quieter over here. It may get to a point where, you know, night is getting closer and I may have to tell him, you know, hey, you're not going to get to watch a movie in bed if you don't finish your homework. That's usually a really good motivator. Or we may just give up. We still have time to finish it later this week. It's a bummer because I feel like we're already behind. Really not. But you know, I'm just kind of thinking ahead with my planning. What do I want to be able to do this year? I really hope to do like a Thanksgiving unit with the kids this year. I don't see how we're going to be able to fit that in because we've got too much other stuff to do. So yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to see. But basically we don't push it. I'm not going to like make him do school and I'm not going to let him watch TV. He's not just going to get to sit around and veg out. But if he wants to play outside or sew or, you know, play nicely with his siblings or play piano, like that's fine too. And the thing is, we have all year to finish school. So like it will get done eventually. And hopefully we just don't get too far behind. We may just have to start rushing stuff and just do the quote unquote important stuff. But yeah, we'll just have to see. But that's basically what I do when school doesn't really go my way, which is definitely happening today. It happens a lot with my son, not so much with my daughter. She loves it and her school's a lot easier too, so that helps. But yeah, so we shall see. With the kids all busy playing, I went ahead and sat down to my cross-stitching again. I've just been kind of leaving it out here on the dining room table. Nobody is messing with it, which is great. And then I can just sit down and get to work on it whenever I have a few moments. So it's definitely a lot of like stitch a little here, stitch a little there, but eventually the whole thing will get done. And I am having an absolute blast doing this. This is such a relaxing hobby to me. There's just something really cathartic about just sort of stitching up and down, and it's not as much mental effort as straight up embroidery is, because I'm just following a pattern and it's all these little X's. And especially when it's a pattern kind of like this, where I know the basic shape and how much to increase or decrease, I don't even have to look at the pattern that often. I just get to stitch away. So I'm kind of hoping that this is how most of the rest of my afternoon will look, but only time will tell. So what do you guys do when you have a lazy, fun afternoon without too many responsibilities? For me, it's a craft project, but what is it for you? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know. Let's get the conversation going. Okay, the kids are back playing outside and I'm about to enjoy my lunch. It is super simple. It's basically rice, black beans, cilantro, salsa, sour cream, and some guacamole. So it's kind of like my version of an at-home Chipotle burrito bowl, because hey, I still miss Chipotle 10 years later, but that's okay because this really hits the spot and totally, I don't know, it works. All right, so the kids are having fun back outside playing again. I'm gonna eat my lunch, listen to a podcast, and get back to my cross stitching. So yeah, I definitely won't finish that much today, but it's fun to get in here and do it. So I'm just gonna grab myself a drink and we'll be good to go. Okay, so I came in here to sew a little bit while the kids were playing outside now that my lunch is over, and I totally messed up. Let me show you. So I'm working on this section, and basically this, and this, I have to take it all out, which is such a bummer. I sewed it the wrong way. So hopefully I can save the thread because I don't have a whole lot of this thread. The skeins that I bought are super, super tiny. So hopefully that will work out and I'll still have enough to finish and I don't have to just completely scrap the entire thing. Not that it would be such a big deal. It's only a day. But I hate doing the same thing twice. So yeah, it super annoys me to do the same thing twice. I can't knit 2 socks because you have to knit the same thing twice. It's just a problem that I have. That's actually a thing, by the way. It's called one sock syndrome. I got it. All right, so I'm gonna pick that out and start over. But I did want to take a moment. I was thinking about this while I was sitting here, and I never have time to sit and sew like this. But right now I do, and I have found myself about the past week, now that we've like settled in to this place and this routine here in this rental house, I've realized that I have so much time on my hands, which is very unusual. I never have time on my hands. I'm always so busy. And I was thinking about like, well, why? Why do I all of a sudden have all this time on my hands? What's different about my life? And I think the difference is that literally what I own in this house right now can fit into like one big plastic bin. If y'all remember when we moved into this house, we brought our stuff over in these plastic bins, and I talked about how everybody just got like one plastic bin and that was all of our stuff. So our lives are very, very minimal right now. And because of this extremely minimal life, there is just not that much to do. I'm not really sure. I mean, it's like I brought hobbies. We still have to cook, we still have to do school, like all this stuff is still here. But our lives are just so much simpler, and it's making me think maybe when we move back, I need to keep purging stuff and minimize even more. Minimize even more. All right, the kids are starting to come in. I'm gonna deal with that and then hopefully get back to my stitching. Okay, so the kids all came inside from playing and they all went in to watch TV while I picked at my cross stitching to undo those sections to start over again. Clearly, however, back to the kids, I have given up on school for the day. Like I said, my daughter did finish school, my son did not, and I'm just kind of done with that. I may go back in the evening and try to get him to do a little bit more. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll make my husband be the bad guy tonight when he gets home. Doubtful though. I don't usually do that. All right, back to my stitching. Okay, so I just finished getting a little freshened up, brushing my teeth, that sort of thing. My parents are coming over in a few minutes to hang out in the backyard. They're being extremely cautious with everything going on right now, so we're gonna be having a backyard visit with them. I'm super stoked about that. So they'll be here in just a few minutes. We'll be enjoying some wine on the patio while the kids play, and we're just gonna hang out. I don't know for how long, probably till dinner, I guess, because it's almost 4 now. But I just wanted to show you how far I've gotten. Ta-da! I'm pretty stoked. So yeah, I've just been kind of sitting here doing that all afternoon. It has been a lot of fun. The kids have been in and out. I've gotten snacks and helped with, you know, putting clothes on and, you know, all these kind of little things that you do as a mom. But for the most part, I've been able to kind of chill here and listen to some podcasts and just kind of hang out. So any minute. So should we go ahead and go in the backyard and hang out and wait for them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let me go get everybody else and we'll be right there. Okay, so I'm gonna get everybody. We're gonna go ahead and head out back and wait for them. They literally don't even want to come in the house, which I totally get. I offered them the side gate and they were like, oh, great idea. So that's what's happening here. You guys ready? Grandma and Grandpa are coming in a second. In just a few minutes, they'll be here. So let's go ahead and go out back and wait for them, okay? Yeah. All right, we'll see you guys after. Okay, my parents just left. We had a blast. It was so much fun just sitting out on the patio, enjoying some wine with my mom and hanging out with my dad. He had a blast pushing the kids on the swing that's outside. And yeah, the kids just had fun playing and we all enjoyed getting to chat and visit. So I think that's the end of our day. And I feel like this video is probably long enough. All that's really going on the rest of the night, because now it is dinner time and the kids had so many snacks when my parents were here, they're not super interested in eating. So my oldest is going to be making some hot dogs for dinner for everybody. And that's about it. Then we're just gonna chill out the rest of the night. Hold on, go get your Dexcom.
Yes, but also thank you for letting me make those products.
You're welcome. Okay, that alarm was my son's blood sugar being high. So we're just gonna see what that is. But anyways, gonna call this video a close here. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. You got it?
Oh.
Hold on, let's see what we got going on here. Let's keep you out of there. Okay, I think you need just a touch more insulin. We do it here through a PDM. Just a little, because I think you ate that yogurt and I didn't dose you for it, so.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And I also plus. Oh, wait,
Hold on, it's not, there we go.
My cucumber.
Okay, he's running outside to grab his water. That is something we do all day long, dealing with these. Okay, thank you. All right, anyways, I'm gonna call this video a close now because all that's gonna happen the rest of the day is my son is going to be making hot dogs for us to eat for dinner. And then we're just gonna be chilling out here. My husband will come home from work. We'll have some family time and go to bed. Thanks to winter, it's getting darker earlier and my kids are going to bed earlier, which is kind of fun. They're still sleeping in the mornings because we're very used to that. But it's nice just to be able to go to bed and lay down and chill and tell stories and, you know, relax. And thank you all for your questions for the Q&A video. I am planning to do that 1 week from today. So all of your questions will be answered in that video. Thank you so much. I am excited to answer those questions. You guys asked some great questions. So be sure that you are subscribed so that you don't miss that. If you did miss my last Q&A video, I will link to that up above. Be sure to like this video if you haven't already. It's a small thing, but it helps my channel out a lot, and it also helps me know what kinds of content you guys enjoy seeing. All right, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next upload.